this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
The end result, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll take this down to the 33. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Covered a lot of ground there. 81 yards on the punt return. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Black, 95. Yellow.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 50, green. On the ball. Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And they'll run again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it is 28-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here we go, set. 33, yellow.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Set, go.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back, not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Ready, ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Ready, ready.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
I got you. 50's to Mike. 50's to Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Let's go.
On second down, they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Check. Check out right. Hot. Switch. Kill.
Ready, go.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Ready.
Get the ball. Mike 50.
Top low 18.
Mike's 50. I got
Go shoot.
In motion comes the tight end left.
right here.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
32.
QB's trash. Let's go. Mike's 50.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, don't look up. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Here we go. Mike's 50.
Get set. Go.
He'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Ready, go.
Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, they're going to run for it here.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Ready.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This offense so far on third down, they haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
I got you.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready. 33, yellow.
Here we go, D. All day, D.
Strike. Check. Hut.
They'll try and run for it.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Right back to him on 1st down.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pinched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Dolphins, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a home date next